What is your name?
Norah D.
Where are you from?
Huntington Woods, Michigan.
What type of community service have you participated in?
Recently, I've volunteered at a homeless shelter.
Can you explain the purpose of the organization or volunteer work?
The organization is to help homeless people, get them off the street and give them shelter. They give them shelter for the night and set them up with meals. They provide them with the skills to learn job trades, and they try to get them into jobs in the community.
Can you tell me about the specifics of what you were doing during this volunteer work?
We took a tour through the facility to learn more about what the organization was about, and then we ventured down into the kitchen area and we prepared lunch for the homeless, and then we served them their meals.
So, what drew you to this volunteer work?
It was actually organized through a school program that I was in.
What do you like most about this volunteer work?
I feel that it's very necessary to help other people help themselves.
What lessons have you learned from your volunteer experience?
I've learned that it's very important to understand the backgrounds that a lot of these people come from and what put them in the situations that they're in, and that it takes literally a village to help one another. There's a lot of families that are torn apart due to different kinds of circumstances, be it substance abuse or loss of a job. Sometimes it's domestic violence. I didn't realize that families were split up when they have to go into homeless shelters. They're not allowed to have the males and females together. So if a mother goes in with male children and she has daughters, they're separated. They won't take the male children. I thought that was heartbreaking.
Can you tell me about some of the pieces of this work that left you the most satisfied?
It was very humbling to be able to serve other people, to give something, just even if just a meal and a smile, to another human being.
How important do you think it is for people to volunteer their time with their communities?
I think that it's very important. I think it's actually crucial that people give back, that they help. The more help that comes forward, the easier it makes it, lessens the load that much more.
Can you share with me what makes this community service worthwhile for you?
The aspect of that particular organization that impressed me is the fact that they don't just provide shelter and meals, but they actually train and give skills to the homeless to help them help themselves. And the greatest part of it was that they utilized them to build homes for themselves to live in, and that was like a sort of a sense of employing them. And then once their home was built, they helped build homes for other homeless people. It's kind of their way of earning their shelter and their keep. It was kind of a beautiful setup. It was through a Catholic organization, Catholic church.
Do you have some suggestions for how someone might find a volunteer organization that is right for him or her?
They would have to determine their own individual comfort level. There's different levels that you can get involved just by donations. They received a lot of donations down there of clothing and toiletries and food items. Or if you want to interact directly with the people, you can volunteer your services like I did to help provide meals, to prepare and serve the meals and clean up afterwards.
Do you think people have a responsibility